So these are our fabrics, the Greenscreen. Greenscreen is wonderful fabric. It's a huge bolt of fabric. Usually you only get 60 to 45 inches in a bolt of any type of fabric. So these are as wide and as tall as you could possibly ever want. For the money, it's actually worth the fabric. But if you have a husband you could steal it off of, that's even better. One of the first things I want to talk about with fabrics are the colors. First off, this is one that some guy used a little bit too much and it got too much light. Fabrics are different. Now, the color difference here is it's going to be different no matter what. You're coming from different manufacturers, different greenscreens, different fabrics. Even if you get the same manufacturer, if they've done a second run, you can never get the dye to be exactly the same as the last run. This one is a lot brighter. I actually think this would be better for keying, but that's my personal opinion. Not to say that I know anything about keying, because I really don't care. It's nice fabric, and that's why we're going to cut it out. Cutting is a wonderful thing. Cutting up greenscreen is especially fun. Everybody, let's just have some fun here. Okay, now that I've got a great piece of greenscreen that's manageable, we can start beginning our huge quilts made all of greenscreen. But of course we need another color, don't we? And Mark thought that he should go about trying to hide his greenscreens on me. So get this. Yes, because we need two colors to make a quilt. Just a green quilt's not gonna work, right? So we got the blue screen. Yay! Okay, so what I want to do with our two colors for keying is we can go ahead and make a pinwheel quilt. Pinwheel is a pretty simple pattern. It's the quilt that I showed you last time. And instead of going to extremes and cutting each little piece out with our scissors, we could just put our scissors aside and razor this bad boy. If you just fold up your fabric, like double it, and try and even out all of those creases and stuff, you're gonna get a much better piece. He thinks he can put greenscreens all over my house. Oh yes, he does. He thinks he can put greenscreens all over my house and I am not gonna care? Yeah, well, I know what I'm gonna do with those greenscreens. You got it. Let's show him how it's done. This is the razor blade. All you gotta do is put the glasses up. Razor along the edges. See, this is already the perfect size for me on this one. This is a ruler sort of tool, and it's made out of a thick plexiglass. And if I just razor along the edges, it'll cut it perfectly. Okay, see? You just move the stuff away. And what you have here, nasty green screen. So if you just want to start off and go ahead making your quilt block, you can make 20 quilt blocks. You can make one and just make a pillow, or you can make a full-size quilt. Use up all that green screen. I would suggest cutting through the middle of the green screen as well, because the best fabric is there, and it also makes it really hard to use the green screen afterwards.
Green screen.
Honey.
It's not funny. You're like, ha, I'm crazy. I'm gonna cut up your green screen with it. It's like.
So you lay them out like this. All you need is 4 of these squares and 4 of those squares. Sew them together, and we've got a quilt block. What you decide to do from there, make 20 of them, make 5 of them, make 1 of them. It's all up to you on the size of what you want to quilt and how you want to quilt it. So, time to quilt now that we have it well organized. Cut out a piece that's about the size of your quilt block. As you can see, I'm not using pins on absolutely everything, just the absolutely necessary things, because I cheat and I like to do things really fast. So let's just get this thing done. Okay, so now that we're done sewing everything together for the most part, I left a small hole at the top so that everything, when it was sewed reverse wise, can be pulled through. Okay, you got it all inside out. Everything, all the seams are hidden. And then we go ahead, I use polyfill just to stuff this big thing. And you stuff that inside. Little piece at a time. It doesn't work if you try and stuff the whole thing right from the beginning. I'm just using my thumbs. And this is how you make your very own blue screen and green screen quilted pillow, because blue screen is probably what he'll move to next after you cut up his green screen. So when he comes through the door and he's screaming and crying tears of joy at the gorgeous creations you have made his green screen into, I want you to be very proud of yourself.